Rasslin, that's wrestling.
It is Rasslin, Barstool's wrestling podcast, and it's not just a podcast, although wouldn't mind if you go to where your favorite podcast app is, your Spotify's, your Apple Podcasts, whatever. We're still there, so you can download it and give us a nice review and, you know, make kissy faces at us, and I don't know, maybe I'll send you flowers or we can make out. Well, not a big deal. not a big deal at all. But wrestling is now a YouTube show. We are the place where wrestlers want to come. It is fun. It is exactly what pro wrestling is. And somewhere along the way, your favorite internet wrestling personality, your favorite internet wrestling writer forgot that wrestling is fun. Pro wrestling is the most fun thing out there when done right. And that's what we highlight on this show. Today, we got the Rumble coming up. Rumors are we might have an interview later this week with a former Rumble winner. Maybe a guy that wears a mask. Maybe a guy that's on a video game. Maybe a guy who had a kid named Dominic Mysterio. I'm not saying who it is. But maybe that interview is coming up this week on Rasslin. What was that? Why did I do that?
I don't know.
Why did I do that? I wish I hadn't done that.
With the tongue?
Yeah, that. Can we edit that in post?
No.
No.
I think we can do that.
Make a noise.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
What would that noise be?
Oop.
No, not oop. That's a good noise. That's impressive.
May not even have to edit it.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so it is wrestling. We're going to talk about the news in professional wrestling in a second, including my Rumble thoughts and possibly predictions and shit like that. And then we will look forward to the GCW show, the Game Changer Wrestling in Hammerstein Ballroom last night as I speak. But a couple nights ago as you watch this. Some things that were interesting out of that, some things that weren't that interesting. And I'll speak to that. Bully Ray had some things to say about Mox. Mox is back. Lot to cover. I'll cover that in my 5 minutes of news in just a second. This is how the show is laid out. On the show today, we will have an interview clip from AEW star Malakai Black. Bam. So here we're going to lay it out. Where do you lay it out? Above me? Over here? Where do you lay it out?
To your right.
To my right. Okay, so we'll lay it out. We'll have an interview segment with Deonna, Ring of Honor World Champion and former Impact Knockouts Champion, two-time, Deonna Purrazzo. She stopped by. Great interview. We'll have that in full later, but we'll have clips on this show. We'll also have a clip of what else? So we have Indy Corner.
Yeah, full.
Full Indy Corner. So Indy Corner is taking off, and we have a tag team this week who's been on AEW Dark Elevation. They will be here. We will have our top 5. We just made the list. The top 5 wrestlers who never won the Royal Rumble. Huh?
Sounds great.
Shut up. The top 5 wrestlers who never won the Royal Rumble. And what am I missing? Your voicemails and your ASKRasslins on Twitter. Boy, full show. Please watch it. Numbers weren't great last week. What happened?
I think our interviews were so strong.
What did you do?
What did I not?
We're over 50K with Britt Baker.
Yes, we are.
Dr. Britt Baker.
52K.
I walked into my wife's room the other day. Yes, my wife's room. I said that right. I walked into my wife's room, and she was like, she and my daughter just finished watching the Britt Baker interview. They loved it. Loved it. But our research department, Florida, the guy from Florida,
Right.
he hated it.
Really?
He hated it.
What?
He said this was too silly. So noted, Kyle, noted. Anyway, so we got all that. Here's your timestamps. Here, right here. This is if you want to go to Indy Corner, go. If you want to go to Deonna, go. If you want to go to Malakai, go. If you want to go anywhere else, go. I already got your click. You can go fuck yourself. No, that's no. Kinda?
Maybe.
Possibly. So, it is Royal Rumble weekend, and I have told you many times I love the Rumble. I'm a basic bitch like that. The Royal Rumble is my favorite event. Royal Rumble 92 is my favorite wrestling match. I love The Rock 2000. That Rumble I watch all the time, just when Rikishi comes in and they stop and dance. Ultimate Warrior and Hogan, the Rumble moment in 1990. Austin Rock 2001. The Rumble is home to so many great, incredible moments through the years. And I feel that even when WWE, and I'm not saying they are, even when they're in a down period or not doing so hot, Rumble's still great. Like you look back, like 93, the business wasn't doing great, but the Rumble was fantastic. 94, business wasn't doing great, Rumble was fantastic. So I think the Rumble is something you can trust every year. This year, who's going to win it? There are so many possibilities. Because if you look at the matches, the non-Rumble matches, I've got Lashley, Lesnar. Thank you. I've got Reigns, Rollins. The possibilities, not even worrying about the Rumble. Could Seth Rollins unseat Roman Reigns and then Roman Reigns then going to challenge Lesnar for the other title? Like, so many things going to happen here just in those matches, and then you got the Rumble, and I can't put my finger on a Rumble winner at all. Like, could Big E win it? Yeah. Could a returning Drew McIntyre win it? Yeah. Could AJ Styles win it? Maybe. Kind of. Like, I don't know. Is Braun Breaker going to be in it? They've had these conversations we've heard about the Women's Rumble, about Mickie James being in it, and then the Iconics were talked to, and they declined. Like, how many surprises am I going to get in the Men's Rumble? Is Cardona going to show up? Who's going to show up? Is Moxley going to? Is an AEW star going to show up? Probably not, but it's fun to think about, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Stop saying maybe. Is that all you're going to say?
Quite possibly.
Speaking of Mox, you know what? Let's go around the room. Who's going to win the Rumble? I say Big E. Doesn't that make sense? He loses it and then gets it back? I don't know.
Is it for peace time?
Could it be? No. Maybe.
I'm going AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. You're so stupid.
That's my pick.
You think he could win it?
I think it's a phenomenal pick.
Should have said maybe.
Quite possibly.
And I think, and this may be a returning Bayley to win the Women's Rumble.
Very likely.
I like that idea. Because Bayley did fine as a heel. I want a returning face Bayley to take Becky or to take Charlotte down.
With the hair and everything.
Yeah, the hugs. I want everything back. I want. What's Izzy, like 28 now? Izzy got to be 20. Izzy's got 3 kids herself. I want Izzy to bring her kids to see Bayley win the Rumble. How old is Izzy? She's 15, 16?
Probably like gotta be right.
She's hanging out around AEW and stuff now, right? Keep your friend. Did y'all see Vlad?
Yeah.
Vladimir, who was at GCW. It looks exactly like he looked.
That's exactly
He's
what-
clearly old, but he looks exactly like he looked 30 years ago.
Still jacked.
He just looks like Vlad.
Yep.
He's going to look like that till he dies, which I don't think he'll ever die. John Moxley is back, and I think I speak for every wrestling fan in the world when I say that's good. Wrestling is better when John Moxley's in it. John Moxley did one of the braver things you can do, especially being in public life. Listen, it takes a lot of courage to look at yourself in the mirror and say, something's got to change. Something's not right here. I'm going to change it. It's doubly and triply hard for somebody who's seeing great success in a public line of work to do that, because he had to step away from the public, step away into the privacy, and step away and hear all the rumors, hear everything. But he went and he took care of himself. He went to alcohol rehab, and he is presumably taking care of that problem. And his promo the other night on AEW was fantastic. It was charged. It was emotional. It was everything you wanted. It's, I don't know what that guy said in the crowd for him to say shut the fuck up, but I will always tell somebody shut the fuck up. But Moxley back. I thought the promo was great. The match she had on Friday night with All Ego Ethan Page, I thought was terrific. Ethan Page, underrated guy. Like, Ethan Page, you just throw him in there with Mox. Mox hasn't wrestled in 4 months. Get him right back in the swing of things. I thought it was fantastic. And then, of course, at the end, you have Bryan Danielson come out of the back, and Bryan Danielson against Moxley. Yes. It was great. It was fantastic. I want to talk about Bully Ray, because Bully Ray tore up the wrestling internet, what do you call it? The internet wrestling community. I hate that. IWC. So Bully Ray and the IWC were at odds this week. Bully Ray, who's on Busted Open, right, with LaGreca and Mark Henry and those guys, do great. They haven't asked me to be on the show yet, so they can all go fuck themselves. But Bully Ray said something about Mox, and the internet wrestling community tore Bully Ray up about it. They hated it. They didn't like it. And I do disagree with Bully Ray. Bully Ray said Mox owed the fans a level of accountability during his first promo, like intimating that Mox owed the fans an apology or something like that, or at least bring them inside the curtain and say, look, I was this, now I'm this. I disagree vehemently with Bully Ray's feelings on that. But it's Bully Ray. The man's been wrestling. He's a wrestling legend. He is somebody that when he speaks, I think we all ought to listen, even if we disagree with him. Even if you just hear what he says and say, that's not for me, he deserves to say it. You can't just write him off. And we, at some point, forgot how to disagree in this country, and particularly in the world of wrestling online. We forgot how to disagree with people. When Bully Ray says something we don't agree with, we lash out online and we say this, fuck Bully Ray, this guy's the worst, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you don't know what you're talking about, I hate you. No, I disagree with Bully Ray. But Bully Ray's still fucking awesome. Mox is still fucking awesome. We've forgotten in this country how to disagree at some point. Anytime somebody says something that's not 100% in lockstep with what we say, then they're trash, they're awful, they're this, they're that, they're the other. No, they just happen to have a point of view that doesn't align 100% with me. I do disagree with Bully Ray. I think Jon Moxley, the human being, supersedes Jon Moxley, the wrestler. Even when Jon Moxley, the wrestler, is in the ring, it's still the human being that is calling the shots. And Jon Moxley owes two entities, himself and his family. That's who he owes. And he took care of it. He looked in the mirror and said, for my family, for myself, I'm getting fixed, I'm getting right. Jon Moxley is a wrestler. That is his job. You don't, if something's going on in your personal life, you don't owe your job to fix it. You owe yourself. You owe your family. You owe the people that depend on you. Jon Moxley is now back at his job, and that's great. But Jon Moxley's number one priority was to fix himself, for his family, and for himself. And I understand that Bully Ray puts the fans on high regard, and that's great, that's fantastic, that's awesome. I just happen to disagree. I don't think Jon Moxley owes any accountability to the fans. He owes it to the person behind the mic, to himself, and to his family. He looks like he's taking care of that. But again, it's Bully Ray. If that man says something, it's worth listening to, even if I disagree with it. And we as wrestling fans would do a hell of a service to ourselves and to the industry if we learned how to fucking disagree once in a while instead of just marching together in certain directions. And as soon as somebody gets out of line, yell at them and cast them out. That's fucking ridiculous. And that goes for America, not just wrestling. I blacked out. What happened?
You ran for president.
Did I?
Yeah.
Am I going to win?
I
don't have a college degree.
I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Okay. Did I talk about Bully Ray?
Yes.
Good.
And America.
God bless America. God fucking bless America. We're fucked, by the way.
From sea to shining sea.
We're fucked. This country. We are fucked with FUCT. GCW, Game Changer Wrestling, had a huge event in the Hammerstein Ballroom. And I, being a wrestling nerd, you being a wrestling nerd, you say Hammerstein Ballroom, I'm hooked. I'm done. I'm good. I'm ready. Put me there. I watched the GCW show. We were going to go, but we didn't. I watched it, and I think for GCW fans, that was probably a very good show. I think for the pay-per-view buying audience who has seen GCW online, seen the clips, and was curious and bought the pay-per-view to watch because they were in Hammerstein Ballroom, I think that group might have felt lacking a little bit. I was watching it, and there were moments like the big reveal at the end, the tag team main event. I wanted it to be FDR. I'm a basic bitch. I'm not a GCW stan. I wanted it to be FDR. For the GCW fans in the building, Nick Gage coming out was a huge fucking deal. For new fans checking out the product for the first time, I'm not sure that hit. And frankly, while some of the trios match was excellent. The title match between Moxley and Homicide, very good. I'm not sure the ladder match to begin with, that was kind of a mess, kind of a hot mess, but whatever. I felt like when you had guys like Cardona's entrance might have been the highlight of the night. When Cardona came out, you can just tell, star. He carried himself like a star. Chelsea carried herself like a star. Like, they really stuck out. Jarrett just walking around in that black outfit and boots, star. Like, you could just tell star radiated out off of both of them. Effie put in a fine effort. Jarrett and Effie was a very watchable match. I enjoyed that. Kind of wanted Effie to win because that's my boy now, right? But you know, Jarrett, if he's going to be doing some more stuff with him, it made sense that he comes off the bench and wins. But yeah, fine show. Again, I think it probably meant more to the GCW stands than it meant to the populace that was just looking in. And then the AEW Beach Break this week. You got the Danielson Mox story firing up. That looks like maybe a revolution for that. Yes. Title match, we're going to have Archer and Hangman Page very soon. Archer, I'm sure he'll get a good match out of him. The Punk MJF storyline continues to evolve. I like that. I'm a big fan of that. So AEW, Royal Rumble, AEW has a full spring with Beach Break into Revolution. You've got the Royal Rumble. So much to like right now in professional wrestling because the Rumble is what kicks off wrestling season per se, and I can't wait this weekend against my favorite event. We got to get a camera in my house because I want to do a live reaction show. I just told y'all that for the first time.
We're on it. You can trust us.
I like when he says maybe. All right, so I told you we got some prizes here, or some surprises, not surprises. I got some stuff. We sat down with Malakai Black, formerly Aleister Black of NXT. By the way, Gunther? Walter? Gunther? Why can't his name just be Walter? Actually, you know what? Vince is right. I'm changing one of your names to Gunther by the end of the show. Arya? Probably have to be you because I can't remember your name. Arya and Gunther. Gunther?
You just introduced me last week.
Gunther? Why can't they just do things normal? Sometimes they make it hard to love them. That's all. Where are we at? We sat down with Malakai Black recently, and we were talking about his character, his methodology, his everything else. We have a little bit of that. The full interview coming later this week. When are we doing that?
Next day, Wednesday.
Next day, Wednesday. Thank you very much. What an odd way to say that. It's not UPS.
Right? Just wanted to clarify.
Wednesday, tomorrow, you can see this interview with Malakai Black. So when's Deonna?
Next week.
Next week? Or we're saving Deonna for next week?
Yep.
What about Ray?
Ray's not.
We're dropping Ray Thursday. As soon as we get Ray, we're dropping it pretty much. All right, here's my interview with Malakai Black. So what is your deal with eyes? You know, eyes are the window to the soul, Malakai. They're the window to the soul. They're how we present. What's your deal with eyes?
My deal with eyes is that I'm a big fan of asymmetrical things. And I think eyes
Like my
are
face.
such a, oh, there we go. I think that for the most part, the most symmetrical thing we can see about a person is because we look people in the eyes all
Right.
the time,
Sure.
right? So the second something changes about the eyes is the second something, it tells me something.
Right.
If even back when I was in martial arts, we were always taught never to look your opponent directly in the eyes because it can be distracting. Plus, you can't see what the entire body is. So you're focusing on the sternum, right?
Right.
You're focusing on a symmetrical point in the
Yeah.
body where I can see your legs and your arms, and I can even see the way your head moves. But if I look you in the eyes, like I can get lost in what
Right.
other parts do. So for me, symmetry has always been very important, but then it becomes interesting for me when it's asymmetrical, but the fulfillment of the role from the eyes does not change. And sometimes there's something very cool about not having sight, but giving you different sight.
What do you think about my eyes?
I think they're very blue.
They
And
are
I think
blue.
they go with your hair.
They really
Yeah.
do. They really
Blonde
do.
hair, blue eyes. That's just the.
I know. Well, this is, so the dark storyteller thing that you do and you've done in the past,
Yeah.
where you take us through stories and
Sure.
everything. Sometimes it kind of weirds me out. You scare me a little bit.
Good. Uncomfortability.
You're
is also-
satisfied with that?
I'm
You have- that's what you-
100%.
I'm a 42-year-old man. I shouldn't be getting scared watching wrestling.
I mean, that's up to you.
You're right.
That's up to the viewer, I guess.
But do you enjoy getting into that mode
Yeah, I
of
think-
uncomfortability?
Yeah, because anything in professional wrestling, right, and purely from the side of professional wrestling, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Sure.
I've always enjoyed mythology. I've always enjoyed religion and religious mythology, storytelling. I've always been a big fan of it. So for me, telling uncomfortable stories or telling stories that might make people uncomfortable or feel a certain way, because that's also what we do in the ring. We tell a story that you look at Daniel, like you look at Bryan Danielson, and he slaps on a hold and he torques his soul, and people get uncomfortable with it.
Right.
Like, uncomfortability is what we do. We want people to feel a certain way. We want an emotional response. So even in my storytelling outside in my promos, I want you to feel a certain way.
What's going on with you?
Well, they always say that Saturn is the month of December and January is a month of Saturn, Capricorn, and
Saturn's a planet.
yes, but Saturn was also a god in ancient times.
He was.
And Saturn's teaching is that of complete suffering, and you will be taught to suffer over and over if you haven't learned your lesson. So there we go.
I
And
drove.
that's about as much as I'll give you about that one.
I drove a Saturn once.
Well, how was it?
Saturn it was not great.
Did you like Saturn the wrestler?
I was very poor, very poor at
Oh,
the
really?
time. Yeah, a good car though, good solid car.
Like the wrestler? Because I love the wrestler Saturn.
Oh, Perry Saturn.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
God, he
amazing.
was great. Well, I didn't like the moppy thing. It was good for a while, but he was a badass.
Yes, he
Probably
was.
still is. You know, Malakai Black would make a good TNT champion or AEW champion down the road. Do you guys agree? 100%. He really would. Speaking of wood, you ever see a dude walking down the road and say, man, I want to fuck that guy? Well, you will. If he's using wood grooming products from Barstool Sports, I'm wearing it right now. Don't you want to fuck me? Look at you, sitting in your room or your office or your cubicle, watching YouTube, just wanting to fuck the shit out of me. Why? Because I got wood. I got wood. What's the name of this product? Oh, Golden Hour. I got Golden Hour shampoo in this hair. And you sitting in your cubicle playing your Minecraft YouTube videos, now you're watching this and you just want to fuck me. Fuck me raw. Just fuck me till I fucking can't take getting fucked any fucking more because of wood. Go to getwood.com. We got great scents like Golden Hour, which is a smooth brandy, and Madagascar vanilla, and Summer House, which is coastal lavender and sea salt, Fresh Tracks, which is oak moss and pink pepper. I don't even know what pink pepper is, but it's probably pepper that's colored pink. And pink is a good color when you want to fuck. When you want to fuck me, that's what it is. They got the hair care, the moisturizer, deodorant, facial cleanser, body and beard care. It's easy to level up literally everything in your bathroom all at once with wood. You can go to getwood.com. You can shop wood at getwood.com or your local CVS. Go to your CVS and say, hey, y'all know Brandon Walker? I want to fuck him. They'll point right to wood. And you go to getwood.com. It's just a picture of my naked ass body. Getwood.com. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, deodorant. Oh my God. That's it. Go to getwood.com or your local CVS. Next week, we're dropping another interview. It's with former Impact Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo, and she was delightful. And because we're releasing it next week, because she was so wonderful, I'll give you a little piece right here. Here's me talking with current Ring of Honor Women's World Champion and AAA Women's World Champion, Deonna Purrazzo.
It's my dream to meet Snooki.
You got to get better dreams.
I love her so much. And I think
of all the people in the fucking world, your dream is to meet Snooki.
yes. And she was at AEW a couple weeks ago when it was here in
Newark.
Jersey.
I was there, yeah.
And I was very, very, very jealous of the people that got to meet Snooki.
You could probably meet Snooki. Like, that's probably not a big
She
deal.
has a store in Jersey somewhere. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I could definitely go there and meet her, but I don't live here anymore, so it's hard.
Snooki. The store. Okay. Chelsea Green.
My best friend. She's JWoww. I'm Snooki, she's JWoww.
You're Snooki.
Yeah. In our friendship, I'm the Snooki,
In
she's the JWoww.
this world of your friendship,
Yeah.
you could have been anybody. you could have been anybody. You could have been Obama and Clinton. You could have been anybody.
Yeah.
And you chose Snooki and JWoww. So Chelsea Green is JWoww.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you Snooki?
Because I'm from Jersey, and I'm the short one.
Aren't they all from Jersey?
Yes, but Chelsea's not from Jersey.
That's right. That's
And I'm the short one of the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the drunker one of the two of us. And Snooki running on the beach is her iconic moment, and I feel like at some point in my life I might replicate that.
You could run on the beach. That's not a problem. Well, that
Yeah,
should-
but can you run on the beach asking, where's the beach?
Okay. So I have just learned something about you. You are wildly successful, a terrific wrestler, and probably got a wonderful future ahead of you. But you got some fucked up goals in your life.
I needed to find something outside of wrestling.
I mean, chances are, in the next 5 years, you're going to be more famous than Snooki ever was. She's going to want to meet
think?
you.
That could be cool.
What? She's
Let's manifest that.
Let's manifest that. 5 years.
5 years.
You know what? Fuck that. 3 years.
3.
3 years, you've risen to the top of the women's wrestling, the wrestling business, not the women's wrestling. The wrestling business. You're at the top of the wrestling business. And Snooki, who's hanging around shows, I mean, she's hanging around AEW shows. She'll hang around anywhere. So she wants to meet you.
I will give you my autograph, Snooki.
And you could look down on her.
Yeah, because I'll wear the heels and I'll be taller.
She really was delightful, and we will we'll have that full interview for you next week. So we will do our voicemails, and we will do our Ask Twitter right now. That actually comes at the end of the show, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do our list. We just made the list. The top 5 wrestlers who never won the Royal Rumble. The Rumble this week, it's all Rumble topics. Top 5 wrestlers who've never won the Royal Rumble, because there's a lot of them out there. Ultimate Warrior never won the Royal Rumble. Macho Man Randy Savage never won the Rumble. Big Show never won the Rumble. None of these guys are on the list. Glacier never won the Rumble. Disco Inferno never won the Rumble. The Renegade never won the Rumble. Yoshitatsu, was that a name?
Yes.
Never won the Rumble.
Nope.
Eugene didn't win a Rumble. Here are the 5 wrestlers, Rumble performers who never won the Rumble. Number 5, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston, I think, is an all-time great at this point. I think you can make that argument. But in particular, he's an all-time great Rumble performer. He is one of the innovators of the incredible spots on the outside, whether it's the chair, or moving the chair, or whether it's the handstand, whether it's landing on Big E, whether it's landing on the rail, whether it's doing any of that stuff. Kofi Kingston has innovated it and done it. Kofi Kingston is an all-time great, and he has never won it, but he's been the highlight of so many Rumbles. That's why he is number 5 on this list. Number 4, Kurt Angle. Now, Kurt Angle's a weird one, because Kurt Angle, a lot of times when the Rumble would come around, was in the title match. 2001, he wrestled Triple H. 2003, he wrestled Chris Benoit. 2002, he might have been in the Rumble 2002. I don't remember who the title match was in 2002. But he was often in the title match. He wasn't in that many Rumbles. Like Scott Hall famously was never in a Rumble, which was weird. But I don't know how many Rumbles Kurt Angle was actually in. But for a guy of his stature, of his place in the business, him never winning a Rumble is pretty amazing. Because he is somebody that you would think in that 99 to 2006 range where he was really popping, he would have won one. Didn't do it. Kurt Angle, number 4. Number 3, CM Punk. And this guy could have won it several times. He could have won it in 2010, 2011. He was over like Rover. He was fantastic. Just never won a Rumble. And then he had the long title reign. So 2012 and 13, he was in a title match at the Rumble. So he very well could have won a Rumble. Didn't, and is, of course, an all-time great. So that's why I have him at number 3, CM Punk. Number 2, Chris Jericho. Could have won it in 2012. Should have won it in 2012 when he went on to wrestle Punk for the title anyway at Mania. Chris Jericho was Final 2 that year when he lost to Sheamus. But I think he was Final 4 in 2010. He was Final 4 a lot. And Chris Jericho is somebody that in a year from 99 to 2018, 17, Jericho could have won it and you would have been fine. You would have said, okay, well, that makes sense. Jericho probably should have won a Rumble, never did. But the number 1 wrestler who never won the Royal Rumble is the guy who dominated Rumbles as much as anybody ever. The Big Red Monster.
Machine.
The Big Red Monster.
Okay, you can go with that.
Is also the Big Red Machine.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can call him both. I think that's interchangeable.
Yeah, sure, yeah, totally.
You're just going Big Red Machine? I think you could also say the Big Red Monster.
I'm going to go and try and find when he was called Big Red Monster.
He was never called that? You're saying he was never called that?
I'm pretty
sure.
I'm not.
You shut the fuck up! I'm talking to Gunther. It was...
It's the Big Red Monster, Kane. Doesn't...
the Big Red Machine.
The Big Bad Machine.
The Big Red Machine. I think that was Edge. The Big Red Machine, Kane. Kane could have won it so many times. Finished in the top 2 or 4 so many times. And also, don't discount how cool it was for his music to hit during the Rumble. Because, certain music hits, the Rumble's going to 3, 2, 1, and you hear, Break the Walls Down, that's fine. You hear, but certain guys like Austin, that glass breaking, shit changed. And you hear that organ music and then Into the Fire and the Kane's music hitting changed every Rumble. Kane number 1, the big red monster machine. I think I'm okay.
Sure, yeah.
It was never called the Big Red Monster?
It's your show. You can be the monster if you want.
No, don't just suck my ass. Tell me the truth. He was never the Big Red Monster?
I really don't
do
think.
not-
Shut up! I'm talking to Gunther.
You know he wasn't a big monster.
I don't know that. Where's my Google machine? It's late. We got to go. The Big Red Monster. You know what? Now that I'm saying it out loud. It doesn't. Big Red Monster Kane.
You put in Big Red Monster into Google, wine pops up. Just
I had Gossamer from the Looney Tunes. All right, so every week we like to give indie wrestlers who are just coming up a chance to get on this national platform and put their characters over. This week is no different. Their name, TSF. They're a tag team, Rosario Grillo and Hunter Knott. They're young, they're talented, and they're here on Indy Corner.
You would think.
No. All right, here we go. It is Indy Corner. And what is Indy Corner? It is me giving back to the world of wrestling because I am one of the most wildly successful people that nobody's heard about yet. But I am using my platform here on wrestling to showcase the next stars, the big stars, the future of professional wrestling. And this week happens to be these two guys right here. Starting, is this my first tag team? No, it's my second tag team. I had those jackasses last week.
Yeah, but what was it? Why weren't we first?
Yeah, seriously. You got something against us?
We're the
know-
stars of the future. TSF.
You told me you didn't know what that meant.
No,
You told me it
I'm
was
just
up to
saying.
me.
I'm just saying.
You told me it was up to me.
That's not what it means. We're just the stars of the future.
All right, so it is Rosario Grillo, Hunter Knott, and together they are TSF. And you say TSF means nothing. It means everything, though.
There is a name. There's a name.
Okay.
But only certain important people get to know what it means.
So you'll tell me later.
Well, it depends what you have to offer us.
I'm literally, there's a camera right there.
Yeah, well, that's okay. But anyways, two sexy fuckers, two silly friends. You know, it's those stupendous fans, those stupid fans.
This shirt's fire.
It sure is fire.
That
This
shirt
show
is
fucks.
fire. The world's your oyster. The world's your oyster with TSF.
You have a harder hand than I expected. Oh, okay. Your whole arm is erect.
He is
All
pretty
right.
jacked.
So it is TSF, Rosario Grillo,
Yes, sir.
Hunter Knott. I'll start with you, Rosario Grillo. What's the deal with TSF? What are you guys?
The fastest rising tag team in all of professional wrestling.
All of professional wrestling.
3 months it took us to get on AEW television. 3
3.
months on the indies it took us.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good.
What?
That's super fast.
How many of these do you have?
Too many.
How long can we
We're
go?
going to start a TSF thesaurus.
Gimmick, guys.
I don't think you know what thesaurus means.
I'm
We have a-
21. I haven't really picked up a book since I was in high school.
You're 21 years old.
I am 21 years old.
You look good for your age.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. People think I'm like 47. It's crazy.
That's what I meant. What are you?
27, about to be 28.
You don't look a day over 35.
Yeah.
So it is TSF,
Yep.
and you guys are tearing up the indie scene. So if I'm a wrestling fan, and I want to see TSF wrestle over the next month or two, or very soon, where can I go? Where are you guys out of?
Where aren't we?
We're literally all over. Currently, for the next month, we'll be around the Georgia area and the South. But you can always follow us on our social medias, and wherever we'll be, that's where you're going to find it.
And hey, promotions up north, you know, our family lives here. Maybe if you like money, book us. We'll make you money. We'll bring people out and we'll make you even more money. And like, dude, we know Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall, so you definitely want to put us on your show.
Why would you not?
Well, you're just name dropping.
I mean, I can go
I mean,
all
there
day
are
with name
trainers.
dropping.
That is
What's up,
crazy.
man?
There are
Cheers.
trainers.
You're sitting here dropping names like
Alan
Cody
Angels.
Rhodes and everything. Well, you don't see me dropping. I'm not dropping names. I mean, I would never do that to my friend Tony
Trouble
Khan
Ben
or,
Bishop.
you know, my buddy Triple H. I would never do that.
You're a big Paul guy? Big Paul guy?
No, I don't know. Heyman, yeah.
No, Levesque.
Never heard of him.
Oh, okay.
I will ask Triple H about him next time. Maybe
Okay,
he'll get
yeah,
out of
yeah.
developmental.
He might know.
Do they still have developmental?
Is he a pro athlete?
Who?
Paul, do you know if he's a pro athlete?
I don't
Because
know.
they don't take anybody unless, you know, they
That's
don't know
true.
football.
That is true.
Even though it's wrestling.
I thought it was college football.
College
anyway,
whatever,
really.
apparently.
TikTok stars.
You're 21. You're not even supposed to be through college yet.
I know, right? I should be a senior this year. I'll check my watch. Yeah, senior.
Who wears their watch on their right hand?
God, who doesn't wear the watch?
He's
on the
just a
right hand?
toddler.
You wear
He
yours on your
doesn't.
left?
I don't have a watch.
Okay.
My wife pawned it to pay for her titties. What
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man tattoo?
Yeah.
Why do you have a Spider-Man tattoo?
Okay. Well, first off, I'm a second-generation Hollywood star.
Second.
Second. And what that means, Frank Grillo, my cousin, blood cousin, number one cousin, big Hollywood movie star.
Really?
Big Hollywood movie star. You ever seen The Purge?
Yeah.
He's in The Purge. He's a star of the
hasn't seen
second
The Purge?
and third Purge movies. Captain America, he's Crossbones.
Just runs through his blood.
Yeah.
All the fame just
So
runs through his
stardom
blood.
is in your
Oh, yeah.
DNA.
Oh,
Yep.
100%.
All right, just real quick. Spider-Man tattoo on this hand?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a great big virgin on this hand. Yes?
Hey, you would think, but not.
Well,
Hi, Kat.
oh,
Hey, Kat.
that's his girlfriend.
She sounds lovely.
She is.
That's a good name for her.
She's very scary, though.
Is she?
She'll beat the crap out of anyone.
Is she a dude?
No, she's not a dude.
Cool.
Just super strong.
Hunter, you got any tattoos?
I have one actually right up here on my upper arm. It is a Bible verse.
It's not as interesting as a Spider-Man.
Christian.
I know, right?
Yes.
I'm not. It is what it
Oh,
is.
is that John 3:16?
It is John 13:7.
13th, of course, that's a better John
Yes,
anyway. It's
yes.
more numbers.
Exactly.
So, TSF.
Yes.
If I'm going to watch TSF this weekend, what am I going to see in the ring? What style of wrestling?
Oh, I'm
do you-
so Brandon.
I guess I'm finished talking.
So glad you asked.
I did.
I'm so glad you asked because we bring something new to the table that so many people seem to lack.
Oh.
And you know why? That's because it's not taken to the top. Like it took us straight to the top, and that's TSF style.
You like old school? You like new school? You like lucha? TSF style. It's got
All of it.
Got
All of it.
TSF style is all encompassing.
It's old school with new school versus old school.
Yep.
So old school, you have all the old tag team tropes down pat.
Yeah.
Got everything.
Oh, yeah.
But new school means you can super kick.
Oh, absolutely.
best of 'em.
Hey, guess what? Just learned how to do a backflip.
Did you?
Just
Big
learned how to
athletic
do a
guy.
Land
backflip.
it?
I can.
Beautifully.
Believe it or not, I can. It only took me like 5 broken toes, but I made it.
You got 5 more.
All at the same time?
Yeah, like a week apart.
Can you do a backflip?
I can do a moonsault.
Isn't that the same thing?
Or one's landing on your feet, one's landing on top of somebody.
Okay. Do you think you're going to get to the feet thing later?
I might leave it up to him.
You only need one guy that
Exactly.
can land the back.
Exactly.
You don't
Exactly.
need 2 backflips.
That's just greedy.
You just need one.
And that goes right into TSF style, you know?
TSF style.
TSF.
TSF style. Does TSF style only happen in the ring or does it happen in all of life?
Brother.
That's
all of
how
it.
we live life.
Yeah.
TSF style.
TSF style.
See,
Absolutely.
here's where everyone gets lost, right? They're a gimmick only in the ring. This is TSF. This is us. 24/7.
This isn't a gimmick.
No,
this is
no,
you.
no,
This
no.
is
That's the
us.
best gimmick. Not even a gimmick.
This is that sad ass show on NBC.
No, not that show.
He said this is us.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
no. They-
That show's too sad.
Yeah.
We're
Too
happy
sad.
with it.
It's drama porn.
Two sad fellas, not us.
No, you're not too sad, fellas.
Two
No,
sexy
sometimes.
fellas. That's us.
TSF style.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
It
Hey,
should be
while
like
I
the
have
first
you,
thing on Google.
while I have you here,
Yeah. Hold on. I got
I think I'm a better gambler than you.
motherfucker. What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by.
My record this year through the NFL and college season. You ready for this? I have the records to prove it. 59, 33, and 1.
Doesn't count.
How does that not count?
Doesn't count.
I went 5-0 like a couple weeks ago.
Doesn't count. You know why?
Tom Brady to Bashard Perryman on that 60-yard touchdown in overtime won me $500.
Doesn't count.
How?
What?
Because college football started on Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Pro football started the next week.
Right.
In those in those 12, 18 weeks since, there's been thousands of games. No great gambler only has a record of 59-33. You don't have the same blood I got, buddy.
when you
I do
make-
59-33 on my first fucking weekend.
When you make 5 official picks in the week in a pool, that's what you go
What
with.
are your official
You download
picks?
the
What do you-
Hey,
what do you-
listen, here's what you do. You download the Barstool Sports app on the App Store, right? That's what you do. Then you message me for advice. I will help you win money. And then we'll go from
Did
there.
you come here to talk about TSF style or
It
to
just-
get a
it-
job?
TSF style's gambling.
Hey, I won a lottery ticket this weekend. If that counts.
What do you mean you won one?
I bought a lottery
Nobody
ticket.
wins a
I won.
lottery ticket. You have to buy
I'm
a
a
lottery
professional
ticket.
gambler.
You know,
I'm basically a professional gambler.
winning a
So-
lottery
Hey,
ticket.
leave that
I
to me.
will.
Hey, leave that to me. You stay over there, bud. Sorry about him. He doesn't know.
All right, I'm just hold on. If y'all just bear with me, I'm gonna text my wife that I'm gonna fuck her TSF style tonight.
Dude, he gets it.
Who would not do that? You know what I mean?
Hey.
It just makes everything interesting.
I bet that shit's fast, though.
Oh, that shit's real fast. Hey, you can't last too long.
Let her know that 13 seconds is enough time to get it done.
Yeah.
If Mahomes can do it,
Bro,
you
she
can do
thinks
it.
it's toes, stomach, fingers.
I mean, it could.
TSF, baby.
TSF.
TSF,
Whatever
baby.
you want. I'm happy you're starting to catch on, though. It's a fun game
you're
to
getting
play.
It is. I like it. I would buy a ticket to watch TSF wrestle.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I appreciate it, as
Who's-
anybody should.
Who's the power guy in the group?
You're looking at him right here.
I'm looking at both of you.
Or are you looking at me right now?
You're right.
You have nice eyes.
Who's the speed guy? Hold on. God damn it, he does.
You're looking
Yes.
at him from too long, ready?
No.
We might have to switch seats.
You want to? I'm the king of gay chicken around here. Are you ready?
Oh, you haven't met our buddy Dean Alexander yet.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
you
met
have.
Dean
You have
Alexander.
Dean.
You
You
met
have
him.
Dean.
Nice. Here.
Dean is the king of gay chicken.
Yeah.
I will stare at you longer than you will stare at me. You ready?
Nope.
We'll stare at each
Okay.
other's in the eyes. But you
Am
gotta
I
look,
in this, or is it just
you
him?
gotta look deep. No,
can't
he's
stare
the one
both
with the pretty eyes. You
okay.
sit your ugly
He's gonna
ass
fall
eyes
right
out.
into my eyes. Right into these pretty eyes. Ready? When we go?
Can we get a clock on the screen?
Yep.
I said clock.
Yeah, no, whoa.
Okay, all right.
Whoa.
PG.
When we going?
3, 2, 1.
That was so pretty, wasn't it? You're so beautiful. Those baby blue ocean eyes.
This shit's
I didn't know
fantastic.
we were gonna talk. I thought we were just staring.
It's just so hard not to talk to you. You know what I mean? Just staring into your soul.
Are you
right
covering
now.
up an erection right
Oh,
now?
I'm caught in the middle of this.
You're laughing too much.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
just
but
right here.
Notice I'm not blinking though.
You haven't blinked.
Nope. Oh, there it is.
Did I blink?
Yep, you blinked. TSF, always winning.
TSF style.
Acknowledge us.
Acknowledge TSF.
That's taken.
By who?
Who?
The guy, the Polynesian guy that is.
The Rock?
No.
The Rock's not wrestling anymore.
Huh?
Rikishi?
No, Rikishi's nephew or something. Roman something. I don't know. I haven't watched.
Never heard of him.
I don't watch the product. Don't you hate when people say the product?
Oh yeah, especially when they steal death taxes. Have you noticed that recently?
Mr. Colby?
Colby?
Mr. Mann? Mr. Lynch? How many cease and desists we have to send you?
Yeah, seriously.
Stop using our shtick.
Death, taxes, TSF. That's how it goes.
They keep taking our gimmick. How are we supposed to get over in the Indies if the big guys take our gimmick?
I thought you were going to be. I thought you were just great wrestlers. You're going to get over through that.
Oh, yeah.
That's.
But we have to sell
Given.
merch.
Why are you wearing a hat?
I have a really bad hairline.
Cool.
He's getting old.
Do you wear a hat in the ring?
I don't. I should. Maybe I should. Hey, new era. Want to send me some stuff? Project Rock. I got a rock tattoo.
Do you have a rock tattoo?
I do have a rock tattoo.
Let me see your rock tattoo.
I don't think I can roll my pants. I can. I'm real ashy.
Got some hairy legs.
Yeah.
Is that finished?
Yeah. Yeah, fun stuff. It was supposed to be filled in. I bitched out. It hurt way too much.
Okay, I see.
Hurt way too much on my calf.
That was just like the.
It's just the outline.
That's the shell of the
It's
rock.
enough to get a sponsorship from Project Rock at Under Armour.
I have a Repo Man
If
tattoo.
he gets it, I'm
Do
just,
you?
I'm just the sugar
You still love
baby.
that show.
What? Repo Man was a wrestler.
Are you
I'm thinking
staring?
about the show.
Are you staring at him now?
I don't want any part of this.
thought-
Look, his eyes are beautiful too.
I have good eyes.
Right.
I have ugly
Oh,
everything
you
else,
do.
but I.
Oh, debatable.
If
I mean, you have nice
if
hair.
I can get a woman,
Better hairline than I do.
true. If I can get
You're
a
only
woman to
29.
just look at my eyes, I got a chance. But if she looks at anything else, I'm fucked.
I mean, right here is
I'm
good.
the opposite of fucked, actually.
Right here is good, and then the shoes are nice. So I think not the socks.
So
but
yeah,
maybe
I
from
mean,
the shoe
you
down.
got about like
You probably should
here.
have new
These are
laces.
good
though.
socks.
What are they?
Nintendo controllers.
Oh,
Oh, those are real cool.
Oh, okay. Do you even know what the original Nintendo looks like?
No,
He's a piece of shit,
Agreed.
but I love him.
the best piece of shit.
Well,
That's me.
the best.
TSF style.
Yes.
So, the world of wrestling is all in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
What's TSF's 5-year plan?
Straight to the moon.
Straight to the
Straight
moon.
to the moon.
Straight.
Keeps going
Straight
up,
to the moon.
up, up.
Straight to the moon. Right there.
How long is that going to take?
I
it
mean,
takes a couple. What does it take? Like a day to get to the moon?
it
by
should
now?
probably. I
Space
mean,
travel's pretty advanced nowadays.
couple
We
hours.
haven't been to the moon in years.
This shit's futuristic. That's a new one.
That is a new one. I'm
Jot
so
that
proud
down
of you.
for the book.
I'm so.
I think I either love you guys or hate you.
You know,
I don't know
that's-
what it is.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
hey, and that's TSF
it.
style, baby.
That is TSF.
That's the
style.
emotion that you're
Yes.
trying to
Yes.
get.
Yes.
So people that come and sit in the front row either love you or hate
Hey,
you.
love to love us, hate to love us,
Love
hate to hate us.
It's just the whole thing. There's
It's
so many.
anything. But as long as you love TSF, that's what we care about. If you're paying for our drinks at the end of the show, that's what we care about.
You
We can drink
guys,
now.
you guys are so talented,
Oh, multi.
so great. You must have won a lot of championships.
Thank you.
Well,
Well, that's so. The thing is, we don't need gold. We don't need gold. You know what I mean?
listen.
Don't- you're
some
gonna
people-
make me cry if you
Some
keep this
people
up, but we
need
don't
the
need
title
them.
to get over. Some people need to do all these crazy flippity doodads to get over. We step out the curtain, over. Don't even know us, over. We go to a promotion for the first time, we always get booked again. Guaranteed.
Yep.
I don't love the way you said curtain.
Curtain?
Curtain? Why are you saying it like that? Curtain?
Curtain.
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 Emphasis on the T there.
I don't want to say the curtain.
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 I'm from the South.
Yes, I know.
You guys
I
live
hated
there
that.
now?
Yeah, it's
We do.
terrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Do any of you know how to drive?
Not a single soul.
The gas pedal is on the right. Brake is on the left.
Hey, ever heard of a turn signal?
Yeah, they have them in cars. Like, they're not an option. You get them.
Wow.
You can just do this to go left. You can do this to go right.
And it's almost
It's
like
crazy.
it shows the person behind you where you're gonna go, so you don't end up in a pothole with the blown out tire.
Hey,
I
and-
will fight both of you.
And then, when you're coming down the highway and then you're coming on from a ramp, that's called merging. Use your blinker for that, too.
I will fight you.
You can't tell me everything I'm saying
Yeah, what?
No,
What's going through your mind?
is false.
You're,
That statement's false? Tell me.
A statement's fire is what it is.
you guys are right.
That was a great
Thank
snap.
you.
You guys are. That
per
was
usual.
a fantastic
I know,
snap.
I
Was
know.
that
Per
left-handed?
It was. I tore my thumb.
Why? That
Uh,
was stupid.
I know.
Right?
Second time. I just got out of a cast. Still wrestle with it.
If you're gonna shave your arms, you gotta shave them more often. This
I
is-
know. I was in a cast.
I got some.
You have 2 arms.
Oh yeah, but then if I take this one, if I take it off, then it's gonna look like this is all gonna be crazy.
This
here.
is not-
As you can tell, it's still like this.
Like,
part
I
right
can
here.
tell you shaved it like 4
But like
weeks ago, but you
here,
gotta keep shaving
Here
it.
was like 4 weeks. This was like 3 weeks. Big Cowboy Bob
your
Orton fan.
arms.
How they looking?
That's about a 2-week right there.
That is about a 2-weeker. You're right. You know, how are you so accurate with that?
I know.
Big
You
wrestlers-
shave frequently?
I know wrestlers' arms.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. I know your eyes now.
Tam, shave frequently. What would be the T though? It's tough. That's why I'm not in TSF.
No shaved forearms.
No, that's not. What? I don't know. Your hands are rough.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they
We
are.
got a new kitten, and they're all.
I'm gonna
My
hold
hands
you.
all.
Are y'all
hands all
are y'all
scratched.
dog or cat guys?
I'm a dog guy, but I love cats because I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. Like dogs are great. Love
Kitty
dogs.
Omega
But
and
cats are
Ang.
so low maintenance.
What'd you say?
Kitty Omega. We used to have the Golden Lovers. It was Kitty Omega and Kata Ibushi. Ibushi passed. So now we have Kitty Omega
R.I.P. to Ibushi.
Yeah.
and Aang from The Last Airbender.
You just gave up on the wrestling names for that one?
It was already his name, and I'm an Avatar fan.
I don't say this with any disrespect.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to be disrespected.
Oh, I hope so. Spider-Man tattoo?
Yeah.
Naming your cats after
Okay.
The Last Airbender?
So, Kitty Omega is my girlfriend's cat. When she moved in, it became my cat.
Oh man.
And then we got Omega a new cat because he got fat and lonely.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yes, Brandon.
No, it's not a high five. You knocked my mic off.
We're a
okay,
tag
we're the
team, of course.
stars.
You reach your hand up. What do you think we're gonna do?
That's true. That's my fault.
Habit.
Our pro wrestling tee shop is
Yeah.
pro wrestling tees / tag TSF.
Can I say something about tag wrestling in
Absolutely.
2022?
Go ahead.
First of all, tag wrestling is my favorite form of wrestling.
When
it
it's
should
done
be.
right, it's the most beautiful
As it
wrestling in the
should
world.
be.
Beautiful. But here's a problem I have with tag wrestling.
I feel like it's
Okay.
not going to come to us.
Yeah.
In
don't do anything
in the
about
80s and the 90s,
Old
how
school.
did you get in the ring? Tag.
Yep.
These days, there's a huge proliferation of guys just backing in the corner and going like that. That's
Yeah.
not a
Not a
tag.
legal tag.
That's not a
Exactly.
fucking
If you don't
tag.
tag this
Boom.
way, it's
That's
not
a tag.
And that's
Back tags,
incorporated with
not a-
TSF style. You know
Old
why?
school.
Because we are old school and we are new school.
But you know what I'm
But
saying?
we know our roots. We know where everything
Hey,
comes from.
tag
so of
teams,
course.
I'm going to give you guys a bit of advice that's going to help. Stand on the right side of the pole. This is the right, if you guys understand that. Hold the tag rope in the left hand. When Hunter comes over to tag me, I go in through the right, he goes out on my left, and we just make a perfect circle, because that's how tag team wrestling is supposed
It's
to
the
be
little
done.
things like that that make us TSF.
You know what does it the best? FTR.
Yes, FTR. And speaking of those two, that's a
FTR?
dream match that we would love to have someday.
FTR is my favorite tag team in wrestling.
FTR
currently.
should be
Some of the
everybody's.
best.
If you don't like tag team wrestling, if you like tag team wrestling and you don't like FTR,
There's something wrong with you.
They're also great friends of mine.
really?
Yeah.
Cash and Dax.
Can you get them to faces?
Nope. I don't know which one's which.
You don't.
The
that's
ball.
fair.
I think the ball one is Dax,
Yes.
Yeah.
and the other one is Cash.
Cash has a luscious man like you do.
Yes, yes, he does.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful.
Okay, just relax. So we got to
FTR.
wrap up, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Because this guy, he's an asshole. He said I have 4 minutes. Okay. What can you do in
Hey,
4 minutes?
listen.
I can't
So,
do anything in 4 minutes.
I mean,
To
Mahomes
go
can
back
win a
to
game in
what you
13
asked.
seconds.
did you
true.
bet on him?
I didn't. I actually, the only bet I had that hit yesterday was a odds boost. It was Cooper Kupp, why did I say Rush? Not the Cowboys quarterback. Cooper Kupp and Tariq Hill to score a touchdown.
You're having problems figuring out what to do with
I
your
don't
arms,
know what
aren't
to
you?
do with my hands.
Right, you don't.
I don't know what to do
Your
with my
arms
hands.
are like you're like Doc Ock, where he's just his arms are operating independently of your mind.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get you a coat or something?
No,
Tie him
fine,
down.
I'm good.
Here's it's out here. So to go back to what you asked,
Thanks,
Yes.
Papa.
the 5-year plan for TSF, other than straight to the moon, obviously there's some roadmaps we got to go to. We are only a year into this thing. 1 year. Got our start at the Nightmare Factory, one of the best schools ever. So we took our time,
Did it again.
conquered a lot of the South area.
Sure.
So we've had a lot of matches down there.
Not the first time somebody from the North has conquered the South.
There we are.
Jesus.
See?
You pieces of shit.
Yeah, look at us. But
But we're coming back up.
so now, like I said, straight to the moon. So we're trying to go every single place that TSF can get. That means up north, around here, our home. That means out west, overseas. Where don't
We have
you
to
want
get
to see
passports
these
first.
beautiful, these sexy faces? Do we need passports? How do I get a passport?
Last question.
Yeah.
Who's the better wrestler?
We both bring equal amounts of things to the table. No one is a better
We
wrestler.
make a whole wrestler.
You two together,
Yep.
you plus you, equals one wrestler's whole.
Uh-huh.
One whole wrestler.
You
That's
know why?
interesting. Why?
We share one mind.
One
and
mind.
as tag teams should, the chemistry.
Phenomenal.
You want a good chemistry with your tag partner.
That's so phenomenal.
He did it.
With that.
There it is.
No, it works. It works. Don't think about it. That-
We did it.
works.
Oh wait. I wasn't good at spelling.
No, you actually you did.
Yeah, he believed it. That was 100%.
You were too-
like,
you
I
were
don't know
too
why.
in that.
I have a
Yeah.
college degree, and I didn't. I don't
Might as
know
well
why.
just throw it down on the floor and piss on it then.
Might as well.
Where you got a college degree?
William Patterson. William Patterson.
No, real the college degree. What college did you go to?
William Patterson.
I'm not
Wayne, New
asking the
Jersey.
principal's name or the dean.
William Patterson University.
William Patterson. I think that was my high school teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have
Don't
bad,
take his side.
do you have bad memories about him?
Yeah, we're terrible. Horrible. William's a bad man.
Jesus
scares me.
Christ. This is.
I have a kid named William.
Do you? I'm sorry.
I don't know, maybe.
What?
That's so fucked. Okay.
Now. Yeah, that works.
Indy Corner, TSF, coming somewhere near you. Pretty good. Pretty good. Give them a look. Give them a follow. Where can they
Johnny
follow?
Gargano, what's up?
Where can they follow you on Instagram and the
Go ahead.
Twitters?
You go first.
JGrillo23 on Instagram, Twitter, and follow our Wrestle House vlog account
Yes.
on Twitter, Wrestle House Live.
And you can find me at HNOT12. That's HKNOTT 12. A lot of misused letters. But that is Instagram and Twitter as well.
Follow our YouTube.
Boys, this was good. I enjoyed this.
Thank you.
Hey,
Handshake?
I enjoyed
thank
you.
you.
I
I think we gotta meet each other.
Stop
sometime
looking
for
me
this.
in the eyes.
Yeah.
That-
I want to look both of you in the eyes at the
How
same
could
time.
you do that? You have to have crossed eyes.
I honestly, I wish I did.
You wish you were.
Look at these baby browns and these baby blues.
They're not baby. They're more of a haunting brown. There's
What?
It's
I'm offended. You know what?
haunting brown. That's good.
You just offended
Why?
me.
That's-
Haunting? You called me haunting.
Haunting is good. Haunting eyes.
Calm down.
Haunting eyes are good. Isn't? Wouldn't you?
I don't know. It sounds bad.
There's nothing but a bunch
very
of
bad.
fucking idiots in this room.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. You've wonderful eyes.
He's gonna cry about this all the way home.
I'm just-
I have to deal with
I
this
don't
now.
want those
so
eyes. I
self-conscious.
don't want those eyes to be in trouble.
I'm gonna have to deal with this now.
Well,
It's 45 minutes on the way home.
maybe you can give.
That sounds fun.
Was the cat's name Kitty Omega before you came in the picture? Because you said it was
Yes,
your girlfriend.
yes. My girlfriend also wrestles.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh,
Cat Spencer.
I think I'd rather interview her. Can we just cancel this and?
She's so scary. She'll
Yeah, you'll probably
Body
be back
slam you,
there.
really
She'll be
press it.
up here.
What do y'all want on the green screen behind you?
I don't know, the tri-state area. What do
the
you think?
Wrestle House logo.
The Wrestle House logo would be cool too.
Wrestle
or just
House on YouTube.
Big old TSF too.
This is a beautiful logo.
That's
Shout
it.
out my boy Chris.
Shout out, Chris. You're the best. Is he an asshole?
No, it's good. Met him
If
in
I
college.
find out
never
later
met
he's a
Chris.
Nazi, this is gonna be
He's
I've
not.
never met Chris.
He's not. He's a Washington fan, though. Washington football team fan. So he has a tough life.
worse. All right, so that's Indy Corner. All right, so are we down to this? The voicemails in this? We gotta go. So every week you can call in and leave a voicemail. We have how many? Couple? 2, 3?
At least 3.
All right, so you can call and leave a voicemail at
202
202
810
810
42.
4249. Call in and leave a voicemail, and I will answer it on this show. Aria, voicemail number 1.
Hey, Brandon. My name is Gilbert. I'm from Quebec, Canada.
Uh-huh.
I know you like that city, I'm pretty sure, the province.
I don't.
I want to know, what do you think will be the year for Hook? Do you think he will get a title? Do you think he will leave Team Taz?
That's
Do you
not
think
that
he
guy's
will
voice.
get the FTW World Heavyweight title? I would like to see him TNT champion, but I think the FTW title fit him more. What do you think of that? Thank you. Have a nice day. And you're not too fat. You're just a little bit chubby.
I'm going to take that last part as a compliment. That was not that guy's voice. He's definitely not French Canadian. But Hook, it's hard to see the year ending without Hook winning the AEW TNT title, the AEW Championship, the WWE Universal title, the WWE Championship, the Intercontinental title, the US title. Probably going to win the AEW Tag Championships. If they add a Trios title, I could see him winning the Trios title by himself. And then we got Winter Olympics coming up, right?
Yes.
I see him winning 5 golds, probably in figure skating, the duathlon, the luge, of course, the luge. Do they give the Nobel Prize every year, or is that just every 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? You don't know? You're very stupid, yes. Probably going to win the Nobel Prize. Is it an election year? He'll probably get elected to Congress at some point this year. And, father at least 200 children. I think that's a good goal for Hook this year. I don't think that's overselling him at all. It's Hook. It's fucking Hook. All right, voicemail. Shut up, Arya. Voicemail number 2.
Hey, what's up, Brendan? Steve from New York. I have a little question for you, my friend.
Time. Stop. I think that might be the same guy. I think that might be the same fucking guy. Just skip that one. Let's go to the next one.
Hey, Brendan. It's Tim here. I want to know why you call people son of a bitches. Because you are one big fat son of a bitch.
Stop. How many more did we have?
We have one more.
One more? I think.
Hi, Brendan. My favorite wrestler is Roman Reigns. I want to know, what is your favorite match of him? And by you suck and you're fat. Cow. My name is Aline.
Aria, are we in the trust tree?
Yes.
Those 4 callers. Do they all have the same phone number?
They all have the same phone number and area code. Exactly.
That's interesting.
He left actually.
Shut up.
6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the quality of the voicemails I'm getting. I'll fucking leave. I'll go away. I just won't do this anymore. Come on. Say number again, 202
810.
810-4249. You got to call and save me. I can't what? I know I'm fat. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. It's weird. His Hook question was actually a good question.
Yeah.
And then he devolved into whatever the rest of it. Like, he had one good question. That's going to be my caller. That's my caller. But on Twitter, you can @Rasslin, hashtag AskRasslin. Nick Stasiak, I want to say Nick Stasiak was here with us last week, says, who do you think will win the Rumble and the Royal Rumble matches, and who do you want to win the Royal Rumble matches? Who do I want to win? I want MJF to enter and win. That'd be fun. But I want Bayley to return and win the women's, period. I want that to happen, and I think that hopefully will happen. If I were picking somebody that, like Bianca winning and then finally conquering Becky would work for me. That would work, even though she won it last year. Rhea Ripley winning a Rumble and then getting a mega push afterwards, I would be on board for that. Otherwise, the women's, I think those are my women's thoughts. The men's Rumble is just so wide open. Like, could we see a surprise enter and win? Like, imagine a world where Rock just shows up and wins the Rumble and then faces Roman, and like, that's a wet dream, but that'd be great. Like, Cena shows up and wins the Rumble. Like, somebody showing up and winning the Rumble that you just don't expect is always fun to think about. But this year it's so possible. Like, the title matches of the Rumble are so good. Like, are you going to get better matches than that at WrestleMania? We'll see. We'll see. But I'd love to see Big E win a Rumble. I think he deserves it. Everyone's okay. J007 Rube says your favorite match and moment at World on GCW. Favorite match was probably the trios match. I thought that was the best match, best work match. I didn't love the triple tower spot into the that's silly, but they did some great spots there, some innovative spots. It was a good match. My moment was probably Cardona's entrance, like him and Chelsea just walking out there looking like the biggest stars in the world, flipping everybody off and spitting in some guy's face. I hope that was a plan. I hope that was somebody who knew. I don't think you just spit in somebody's face in COVID, but I thought Cardona's entrance was the best moment of that whole show. Barry Cohen. I truly think Paul Heyman should leave the WWE and head to GCW and rebuild ECW again. With all this talent around the world, they could be huge again. I bet stylistically and creatively that would be something. It would be something to behold, be something to watch. I'm just guessing Paul Heyman's bank account would prefer to stay. His insurance situation, his life, I'm betting his situation in WWE is pretty fucking good. Like, I could maybe create better things if I were the fry cook at a Shoney's in Starkville, Mississippi. I would be free to do a lot of things. But I'd be getting paid $8.25 an hour. Whereas Paul Heyman could dominate, could take GCW and be incredible. But where's the money coming from? Where's WWE? I'm guessing $500,000 a year for Heyman? Is that low?
I think it might be right on target.
Yeah.
Pretty good living. Pretty good living. Get to hang out with Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, be part of the best storyline in WWE. Like, Paul Heyman has a weird knack for being in the best storyline on TV at all times. Weird, huh? That's crazy. Almost like he's very fucking talented. That wasn't a good throw at all. What? Can I try that again? Better. So, Indy Corner, everything. Contact us at Rasslin on Twitter, at Rasslin on Instagram. Please watch us. Please tell your friends. The numbers need to go up a little bit. Their interviews are doing great. Let's get this weekly show. I got to figure out what this weekly show is. So, if you have any suggestions, hit me up. Otherwise, that is Rasslin.